And joining me right now is Texas Congressman, House Ways and Means Committee ranking member Kevin Brady. Congressman, it's always a pleasure to see you. Thanks so much for being here.
Good to see you, Maria.
So we just heard from Senator Barrasso say a third of middle America will pay higher taxes. Congressman, before we go into the cost of this plan, tell us what's in it in terms of tax increases. Have they already breached their promise that nobody making $400,000 will pay higher taxes? What are the plans in terms of higher taxes, so we fully understand?
Maria, so in the House version, there's no question the president violates his pledge not to tax Americans making under $400,000. He does that in a number of ways. Ironically, as he's giving 2 out of 3 millionaires a tax break, he's raising taxes immediately on about a third of middle-class families in a number of ways, including the taxes on business, the taxes on tobacco, and a number of those issues. And by the way, you can't heap $1.2 trillion onto Main Street businesses and companies without those taxes landing on the workers and middle class. That's exactly what it does. And then you tie it, of course, to this higher inflation where we saw Friday. This is unbelievable, but most Americans spend their time hoping to get ahead. And because of inflation under President Biden, they've given back 3 years of their real wage growth. They're getting ahead. They've given back 3 years of it because of these president's policies. This bill, as Senator Barrasso has said, will make things only worse for those families.
Yeah, I mean, the lack of honesty about this plan from your colleagues in the Democrat Party is really a massive disappointment that they could just spew out these mistruths. The Committee for a Responsible Budget says today's CBO analysis highlights the large cost of permanently extending expiring policies in the Build Back Better Act. Arbitrary expirations do not make policies cheaper. They just make them shorter. Explain the gimmicks in this plan. I know they say that the child tax credit goes away in 1 year, but they don't really want it to go away in 1 year.
No, nor will it. Democrats have been pretty clear. They want to make all of these provisions permanent, in effect, by using 1 year or two, or budget gimmicks where they take back money at the end of a decade, which of course never happens. That's why you see a bill that literally in the House, Maria, every Democrat knows they voted for a nearly $5 trillion bill. And the fact that the president and the speaker, I was on the House floor leading the opposition against this, just insists this costs zero and that they'll pay for it in the future if there's cost. But as you and I know, Maria, there's only 2 ways to pay for this in the future. One, raise taxes on working families, middle-class families. They would have to do that, or they need to cut back on Medicare, Social Security, other entitlements, because they make up 2/3 of the federal budget. So which is it? Are they going to raise taxes on working families in the future? Or are they going to cut Medicare and Social Security?
Well, it's really extraordinary to me that they continue to push this forward, even as we've got inflation in our faces every day, up close and personal at a 40-year high. The Consumer Price Index up 6.8% in the month of November, year over year. This is the fastest pace since 1982. Prices for vehicles skyrocketing by 11%, the largest increase on record. You've got men's apparel, living room, kitchen and dining room furniture, also at an all-time high, Congressman. Pretty much we're paying more money for everything, from food to furniture to gasoline. Why is it that Chuck Schumer continues to say we want to get a vote on this? There's a story in the Journal today that says President Biden is going to try to convince Joe Manchin this week to vote for it. Do they not see what the rest of us are seeing in terms of inflation? What is the impact of this plan on inflation?
Yeah, so as you know, they've been very dismissive about the concerns of inflation, denial for months and months, and now look, this will go away. It really isn't hurting families, and they're dead wrong. This bill does make it worse in a number of ways. Obviously, spending another $5 trillion, heaping that fuel onto the inflation fire won't help. But really, it's the policies within it. They make the labor shortage worse in this bill, which will drive inflation. They do that by no longer requiring earnings or work in the child tax credit, and they really exploded the subsidies in Obamacare, so much so that between the two policies, experts predict 2 million fewer workers will be available because of these policies. So here you are shoving more money into the economy with fewer workers and supply chain problems anyway. So that means inflation's going to go higher. It's obviously going to last longer. That's all bad. Joe Manchin knows this, and he also knows when the president calls him, the president is nearly 1 million jobs short of his promises from the last COVID stimulus. So why would we believe the promises he makes on this bill?
Yeah, it's pretty extraordinary, Congressman. It's great to see you to walk us through it. Real quick before you go, on the NDAA, I know there's work to be done in the Senate in terms of the National Defense Authorization Act. Is there any movement on defense spending, given the fact that China and Russia are rising, or are we going to accept a decline in defense spending in this new budget when compared to inflation? I think it's up 1.7%, but of course inflation is up 6.8%. So that's a decline in defense spending.
It is, but Maria, I think here's the good news. I think our goal as Republicans and conservatives was to protect President Trump's rebuilding of the military. I think one of his signature wins and victories as president, this actually adds to that budget, including demanding answers on that horrible Afghanistan surrender and a pay raise for the troops. So I will tell you, we've started out in a much better position defending military spending. We still, as you noted, have work to go, but you know, the fear that this would be cut severely, and that fear is still there. We're going to have to fight this every year, but I think this first year we're off to a much stronger start than anyone anticipated.
All right, Congressman, it's good to see you this morning. Thanks so much, Congressman Kevin Brady.
Good to see you, Maria.
On What Gets Done.